changing the score. All right, so that is a lot of people don't realize that happens a lot, and I consider it one of the big three. The most common. It's either the score or the line stuff with the lines. But the score, this is another terrible aspect of tennis. The rules of tennis, because the rules of tennis are so stupid, and they're based on the honor system. So if you lose track of the score, the rules of tennis say you're supposed to, come to the net, have a discussion about it. And if you can't agree, you know what it says, right? You have to go back to the previously agreed upon score. I always remember that rule, and it's such a stupid, outdated rule. They should change that. First of all, someone should be keeping score for the competitors. Competitors shouldn't keep their own score. I don't know many sports that allow that, especially sports that are very competitive, that have a lot at stake. In tennis, someone should keep the score for the kids, especially for kids, because kids lose track of the score all the time. Then you see it at the pro level, college level. The score is always kept for you. There's never these types of at high level pro. Some of the low level pro tournaments, you keep your own score, but in general, as you get to higher levels, the score is kept for you. But it's so easy for a devious kid, for the dirty trickster, to say, hey, it's 3-2, right? 3-2, or it's 15-40, right? When it's really not. And what's going to ensue is a big argument. Depending on the players' personalities, it can become quite heated. There's a big stall in the time. There's a lot of talking, a lot of hey, remember at this point and this point. It's all bullshit. It's all shuck and jive, and it's all designed to get you out of your flow and get you distracted so you can lose your focus. You got to watch out for this tactic. It's very common. And the cheater's going to pretend like they're all innocent. Like, no. This is 3-2. Remember, you did this, you did that. And meanwhile, you're spending all that energy and time arguing. You're losing your focus. You're losing your concentration. What you should be focusing on, tactics. How I want to play this guy. What I want to do with the next point. You're losing focus on the most important things of the match. And the cheater knows this. Manipulators know that. So remember, going back to rule number 3, argue about anything. Manipulators want you to talk. They want you to get into it with them. So they're going to look for any sort of trigger throughout the match that they can get you to talk and come up to the net, stall, change the timing dynamic, the rhythm of the match, and get you out of your zone. They're going to do anything they can to get you to talk, to argue, to get to debate with them. So changing the score is a classic one. I don't know if I told you guys. Great story. I might have shared it on episode 42, but I had a player. Now, I'm not going to say who it was. I never name names, but I think I did talk about it on episode 42. But anyway, this kid was a pretty good player, like top 10 in the East. We have a strong section in New York here. And, maybe top 100 in the country. And this kid, he went on to play high-level tennis. I'm not going to tell you where he played. He played on a good Division I school. Anyway, okay, this kid used to tell me, Chris, he'd say, Chris, I love changing the score. It's my favorite tactic. And I was like, dude, what are you talking about? He's like, Chris, yeah, when things aren't going well, I just change the score. It's amazing. It works great. It's one of my favorite tactics. I was like, man, you can't do that. That's illegal. He's like, no, Chris, it works so well. You wouldn't believe it. All I got to do is change the score. Sometimes I get the score that I want, but even if I don't get the score, it really messes with the other guy's head. And, I tried over the years. I coached this kid for a few years. I tried really hard to get him to stop doing that, but I don't think I succeeded because he kept telling me that this was his favorite ploy in a match. I was like, dude, that's cheating, man. I don't approve of that. I can't condone that. Anyway, I won't tell you who has a funny memory, but my point is, it does work. Why? Because it really creates a disturbance in the flow of the match, and it's going to create a big argument. And sometimes the cheater will get the score that they want, or sometimes not. They don't care. They just want to mess with your head.